Hello everyone, I'm back today with another video. This is going to be a ranked game on my main account against Paceboy. They're gold miner, 540 elo, and well over 10,000 games played. I'm going to go ahead here with my normal setup that I use for 500 elo around and less. So let's go ahead and get into this game and see how this goes. So as usual, I will advance into the center. Alright. When I use this setup, I like to advance into the center just to have my marshal and my spy be able to access both sides of the board here. I'm actually going to trade that off because I would prefer not to give up another scout for that sergeant. So I'm just going to trade that off there. Alright, so in cases like this where they're moving exclusively on this side, normally I'm going to go ahead and bring the spy over and just put her right there. And then I'm going to bring the general over and probably put him more toward the center, just in case of a counterattack. And again, this is for players of lower level who are a bit more straightforward in their playing. There's nothing too fancy or crazy about what they're doing. Alright, let's go ahead and use up these two scouts and see what we got here in the center. So we have Lieutenant, so I'm going to go ahead and move up on that, and then I'm going to hit on this side and see what we got. And we got Major. Wow. Front row Major. So, what that means is that I am going to put my general in front of that Major. Okay, he's going to scout that captain. That's not a big deal. But I'm going to move this sergeant out of the way and then the miner so that I can have access to my spy here. But I'm going to keep that general there. Okay, I'm going to move my colonel up because I sense this is his weak side, but I would prefer the colonel to be there. And then let's go ahead and move these pieces over, and then we will have access to our spy. And he's going to hit that bomb, so it's a pretty good guess by him just to hit that as a bomb. But I guess I'll go ahead and take that with my sergeant. Obviously, I would not want to reveal a colonel for that. But for the time being, I'm up not too much, a minor, and now a lieutenant, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to hit that. Alright, so we're going to trade. Okay. Alright, so I guess he didn't like that major being there, but it's going to save this general from being scouted. Unless that's another scout. It is, okay. So he scouts my general. I'm okay with that. We got major here, and this is surely something good. Okay, I'm going to hit that just for the info. Take out another scout of his, why not? Because we got major here, and he's going to move that away. That's very interesting. Pretty much everything can capture a sergeant. I don't think he would guard a scout. Okay, I just realized my spy is way too obvious, so I need to make that way less obvious. Because I had my general there. I'm gonna use this miner to bluff that. Alright. Alright, let's leave it like that. So we still got major here. Interesting. I think I'm going to come up with a colonel and hit this piece if he lets me. This is a sort of a risk here. We got the major moving back. Shouldn't forget that here, major. But based on the way he's playing, I don't think he has like a general over here. So that's not really great info if I do happen to lose a colonel. And wow, he's going to have his marshal there. Okay. Honestly, I'm okay with that because it's his marshal. If it was his general, then that could have been bad. But hopefully I'll get at least something off of this right here. Okay, lieutenant, and then he'll move this over, and then he'll move the marshal over. No, okay. So that means this, or this, is his general. We know, I don't think that's general because he would have brought it up. So we know that this is his general. Because if his general wasn't in the vicinity, then he would have moved this piece over. Then I would have tracked it, moved over, then he could have moved his marshal to the center. But instead, in doing this, he lets me know that this is general for sure. So I'm going to retreat, because now I know his general, and I know his marshal. And he's going to move that major back here. Okay. So wait, we got major, general, and marshal here. Alright, sorry about that. I had a bit of a disturbance. Someone was kind of bothering me, so I had to step away for a second. We have general here, major, and marshal. So that means I can bring out this colonel. Alright, I'll go ahead and take that. It's probably... Okay, I was expecting a scout, so the fact that he's giving me all of these free pieces here is not good for him. But I'm going to continue to apply pressure on him here. He's probably going to move that general to back it up. Yeah, so this is just confirming more and more that that's his general. So we got general here and marshal here. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to advance with this scout now and see if I can pick up anything valuable. No, he's not going to let me do that. Okay. Alright, I know that's the general and that's the marshal. So if the general's occupied over there, then I'll try to force this marshal to the center. Okay, he's not going to let that happen. So we got marshal, that's the major. Alright. I'm going to try to reorganize this side over here. That's probably a colonel coming to trade. It is, okay. So again, we know major, and we know general, and we have his marshal there. So the main thing I don't want to do is have this marshal be scouted, because that could be bad. So I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to bring this major to the center. He's going to want to trade generals, but I'm not going to allow that. Now this unknown piece is making its way over here, so this could be a colonel, or it could be a scouting piece that's trying to find out my piece. Okay, and of course I don't want to trade generals. I would like to scout this. I have a feeling maybe this is something somewhat decent. And he's not going to let me, okay. Again, marshal, general, let's see what we got there. Alright, so we got the colonel there. So we can attack with our majors now. And he's going to use that scout to confirm what that piece is. And of course, it's just my scout. So we know his colonel, his marshal, and his general. Again, that's his marshal, so he's going to chase me back. That was rather risky of him to do, since considering he didn't know that this was my piece here. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this scout up. Alright, I don't know if he'll buy this. He will, okay. I'm trying to identify where I think the spy is, and okay, he's selling that as the spy now. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that there, and if he wants to hit that, then whatever. Okay, so it's gonna trade off scouts, but he's basically telling me that this is his spy. I don't think I can really not believe that, because that would be crazy of him to risk that. And there's his marshal, okay. So we got marshal there. And let's see. Yeah, so marshal here, probably major. I know this is the general. Okay. I feel like I have too many moved pieces here. That's something usually I don't do so much of here. But okay, let's bring that minor back. And let's put this... I'm going to try to put this scout in the center here. My goal here was to trade generals and then fire my scout down to get his spy, but obviously he's not going to let that happen. Let's see, he'll probably move it back. Now the smart thing for him to do would be to move the major over. Oh, he's going to hit it. Okay. So he didn't believe that. He decided that he did not believe that. Alright, that's fair. Because I have been throwing a lot of bluffs at him trying to find stuff. That is my last scout. But I know that's a spy pretty much confirmed by now. Alright, well, free piece for me. I'm fine with that. A scout, that's better than nothing. It's better than him scouting my spy, that's for sure. Okay, I'm going to come up with my spy here. This could be good if I can get his marshal. If I can lure his marshal in here. Alright, I'm not going to be able to because I think he's bringing up some scouting piece here. So I'm going to have to bring this spy back. Alright, I'm going to move that over. And then let's move that over. And I'll move that over. Alright, so we got Marshal, and we have General, and we have Colonel. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up my Major here. Alright, I guess we'll trade that off, I suppose. Interesting. He's not going to actually take it. Nope, it's his last scout. I don't know why he would waste a scout to find that Major. Maybe he thought it was something good. And then we'll trade Majors. Okay, that's an interesting place for Major. I'm going to go ahead and come up with this Major. And I'm going to try to bring the spy over to this side. I know that's his second Major here. I know that. Alright, that's probably a sergeant, a lieutenant, even better, his last lieutenant. He's wasting a lot of pieces needing to find out where my pieces are. And this is something that lower level players will do a lot, is they waste so many pieces trying to get info, and they don't do it well. Okay, I'm going to bring this Major over to counter his Major, and I know his Colonel is there. And again, he's probably going to have to use some other piece here to find out my Major. So let's see if I get another pickup. Yes, I do. Now, if that was my Marshal, that could be bad for him, because I would move between his General and his Major. And then he's going to exchange with me. So he's not playing this very well in that he's given me way too much, like, free stuff, basically. And he doesn't have any scouts left. Okay, I'm going to try to bluff this Marshal as the spy. So let's move up on that. Okay, we got Marshal here. And let's see what we got here. A minor. Okay, well, that's his third minor. And he's going to capture my sergeant to get that, so whatever this piece is, I'll take that. Suppose it could be trading our last major, but that's fine with me, so we'll go ahead and take that. A captain, so I don't know why he would take that sergeant, because that just gives me free pieces with my major. Okay, we'll come this way with our major. I know his colonel is here. Interesting, okay. So we got marshal, and we have general. No, he's not going to trade, or, okay, he's still bringing that piece up. Alright, I'm going to move this piece against this here. I know that's his, let's just see what we got there. That's his major, okay. So that's good to know. I'm going to bring my major over to this side, and then I'm going to bring this captain up. Alright, I'm going to leave that there because I'm pretty sure he'll believe that that's my marshal, because I've been bluffing it like it is. And there's his fourth minor goes down on my lieutenant, and meanwhile he's not capitalizing on having this major over here. But this game is not really going that well for him. Interesting, now he's running that major over. Okay. Now surely he's coming up with a captain here to take the lieutenant, but that's fine. But he's revealing more and more of his setup, and he's starting to run out of pieces, that's for sure. So these two both have moved here. That's the colonel, that's the marshal, and that's the major. Okay, well, guess I can't do that. Let's go ahead and move up with this captain then. This captain has moved and has been discovered. Alright, so he is not going to have any of that with that major, so I'll go ahead and retreat this here to the center. And as expected, he's going to take that with his captain. He'll probably move in and try to trade or discover my marshal, and he will. Okay. I think that's probably the spy. Actually, it came from here, so that's definitely the spy. And otherwise, that doesn't make sense because I could push his general back. But let's go ahead and station our major here. And he's going to run away with it now. Okay. So again, marshal, general. Let's see. Alright, I'm just going to put that there, and I'm going to bring this major back. And, okay, so he's going to threaten the general. Again, his general is here. If he wants to come trade, I will do that. Yeah, I like doing this trade here. If you want to trade, please do. Okay. So I'm going to move up, he will take it, and then I'm going to get one of these two pieces here, unless this is his last captain to trade, which is also fine. But either that or I get his spy. Alright, so he's going to run away here. That's true. He can move between these three and I won't get that piece. That is true. Okay, so that's good by him. It's good recognition. I have a pretty large advantage at this point. I know that's the spy. See if I do that, what he does. He's going to move toward the center. Okay. So I'll move that there. Alright, so we got marshal, spy, major, colonel. The best thing for me to do would be to trade majors, and that would be the worst thing for him to do. But now he's coming with his colonel. Alright, let's see if I can swing wide with this major over here and see if I can force a trade. Because again, we have marshal, spy, spy here. And we have major and colonel. It looks like he might let me trade majors here. I think he will. He will let me trade majors. Okay. I don't think this is the captain. I'm going to move this captain up here, but I'm going to move that lieutenant. And I'm going to hit that. I don't think that's the captain. Yeah, and it's his last minor. I don't know why he would do that. That's just not a smart play, and trading majors is even worse. And now, as predictable, we have coming up the last captain here. And then, of course, we have the spy, and we have the colonel right here. Okay, well, I'll advance on that, and we're going to trade. This game is probably pretty much over for him. I have way too many pieces for his colonel to contest. And now he's coming with... that's the spy. That's the spy right there, yes. Alright, so I guess I can move up with my miners, considering I have a 5 miner advantage. Okay, now that his colonel's coming, I'm going to try to move this spy in and pretend like, oh no. Okay, I'm going to move that down. Okay, right here, I'm going to take this opportunity. Free colonel right there. His spy's behind, but that's good for me. Because if we trade marshals, then he will have a colonel, which is invincible to any of my pieces. However, his marshal can lose to my spy, so this is a guaranteed win for me now. There's nothing he can do to win this game. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Okay. Alright, so, I got control of the center lane there. Now, something that you can do if you're in that situation, if he had wanted to take control of that lane and 2-square my lieutenant at least to the spy, where I would have had to retreat to the spy, then he could have sacrificed his spy on my lieutenant and then 2-squared it. But instead he moves his spy back, and that allows me to move over so that I can have the advantage on his marshal. But this game is completely over at this point. Alright, I'm going to move there, and I'm just going to leave that there. So, he's got 2 sergeants left. And he's got 6 bombs. So this is 1 bomb here. And then there's probably 2, 3. I think he's probably got a bombed in piece here. And he's going to waste his spy to discover that miner. I have no problem if a sergeant of his, the one that's not locked up, if there is such a thing. Okay, so surely there's a sergeant locked up here, and then I don't know how I feel about this piece. Because maybe this is the spy, and this is another locked up sergeant. Okay, I'm going to check this. Or this could be a bomb, and the flag could be somewhere over here. Okay, so we got bomb. So I think both sergeants are locked in, and I think the flag is going to be one of these here. Okay, but which one? His marshal came from here. He advanced from this side, and his general and his spy was in the center here. Okay, let's just take a chance on that piece and see what we got. And that's the flag. Okay, I think that would be the number 1 piece that I would think would be the flag. But that's going to be a win there. So that was a pretty good win. You could argue that taking his sergeant with my colonel was unnecessary, but I got info on the marshal, and he just gave away so many of these smaller pieces that at the end I just completely overwhelmed him, and I had probably like 15 pieces to his 1 movable marshal and the 2 sergeants that he had bombed in. That's a pretty good tutorial on how to come back, I suppose, against a lower level player, but he actually played a good game for the beginning part of it, and he held out pretty well. One thing he should have done different is to refuse to trade majors, and he probably shouldn't have traded generals either. But other than that, it was definitely a good game.